back in this thing again. A1 Live. We appreciate everybody that's checking us out via Facebook Live. Everybody checking us out on weareA1.com. Make sure that you go on Google Play and get the app. You know what I'm saying? The app is out now. You know what I'm saying? Apple coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Tell them quit making us jump through the loops because we coming, man. You know what I'm saying?
Tiny GB.
Acting bad on them, run up the bag on them, press that gas on them, hit the dash on them. I'm trying to get the money, y'all gon' stop me. I'm trying to get the money, y'all gon' knock me. Acting bad on them, run up the bag on them, press the gas on them, hit the dash on them. I'm trying to get the money, y'all gon' stop me. I'm trying to get the money, y'all gon' knock me. See y'all done messed up, put some respect on my name. See why they mad at me? I'm trying to make a little change. This for all my workers, working for minimum wage. I can't be nice to them. Y'all gotta feel my rage. How you gonna count me out? I got hit after hit, showing that fake love. They been thinking they slick. I be Uber trapping, getting my money legit. And my bow tie shining. I don't put ice on my wrist. They be side talking. I be hearing the words. See my parents die. I done been through the words. All these fake rappers, they be getting on my nerves. Southside still holding, had to go hard on my verse. Acting bad on them, run up the bag on them, press that gas on them, hit the dash on them. I'm trying to get the money, y'all ain't gon' stop me. I'm trying to get the money.
On weareA1.com. Shout out to everybody that's checking us out on YouTube Live, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else the government is monitoring us on. You know what I'm saying? We are holding it down. We are there. We are A1 Media, all things media, in the place to be. Jay Nicole, what's good?
Yeah, man, I'm still reeling from this weekend with the Action 1 anniversary concert. We had some dope performances in the building.
Man, did we, man. We had some people that really tore it up, man.
We did. Shout out to all the artists that performed and came out and showed love. Shout out to Amanda Cherie, Live and Learn, Brittany Balmer, Cicely O'Kane, Jedi J, man. Y'all did y'all thing. It was off the chain.
Most def. And shout out to all the artists, man, just because, man, that wasn't one person that hit the stage this weekend that had a weak performance.
Not at all.
Like everybody within the lineup held it down. But I definitely got to send a shout out to the host, Jay Nicole, man, who held it down. Who is our director of marketing.
Director of events.
Oh, my bad. Director of events. Make sure I put some respect on it.
Put some respect on my name, man.
All the different initiatives, you know what I'm saying, whether it's the pop-ups, whether it was the brunch, whether it was the A1 anniversary, that was put on by Jay Nicole. And the dopest part, we have a lot of artists, we have a lot of entrepreneurs that come up, and we always tell their story. We always try to give them a voice and try to give them a platform. But sometimes I forget that we are independent business as well.
We are.
And a lot of times when things come up, we just kind of do it. Second nature, we don't think about it, but I definitely got to give you your props, for this weekend.
Thank you.
Anybody that's put on the event, you're always going to know that there are going to be different changes, different things that are going to be thrown at you from all different ways. And everybody, from Jay Nicole to our CEO Action Jackson, to our lead production is RJ and
yourself,
like everybody. Man, I was just there, man. But it was cool, man. It was dope, man. And we really got to celebrate with the family. 1 year of Action 1 being here and being going, man.
Man, I was so excited. Shout out to the volunteers too. You know, Dozy and Aunt, y'all held it down. I don't know what I would have did without y'all.
Most definitely. We gotta send a special shout out to the big homie Aunt Boogie.
Yeah.
High Volume Music Live, man. Like, that's the spot, man. Like, y'all definitely gonna see more of us over there. And you know what I'm saying, and also, you know, we gotta send a shout out to the vendors as well.
Yes. Shout out to Asha Yoni Care.
Yeah, man.
And you gotta take care of that Yoni, ladies.
Yoni, baby.
Gotta take care. Keep it detox.
Yeah.
Detox that thing, all right now?
Like that good yoni.
Then we gotta also shout out to Reese over at Electric Soul Cafe.
Man,
He came out there with some dope Afro bio dishes for everybody to try out, and everybody was digging them. And who else? Last but not least.
Man. Well, we gonna pause for a minute before I you know what I'm saying, talk about the last vendor, you know what I'm saying, because that is our special guest that we have, you know what I'm saying, for this evening. Before, you know, we get too far in the show, man, you know, we got to make sure that, you know, we send our shout outs and our prayers to all the families that's been affected by the tragedies, perpetrated by white nationalism, you know what I'm saying, this past week, you know what I'm saying, in El Paso and I believe in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, all the flags are flown at half staff, you know what I'm saying, anytime, you know, you're talking about individuals that, you know what I'm saying, have no affiliation with any specific type of war or any sides or anything like that. And they lose their life because, you know, there's some coward out there that wants to try to make a statement. And, you know, we definitely want to make sure that we, you know what I'm saying, we at Action One send our condolences out, you know what I'm saying, to those victims. But Jay Nicole, man, it's been crazy because, you know, in spite of, you know, there being a tragedy, you know, people have found a way to make this political. And, you know, said, of course, you know, saying good old 4-5 been hopping in the mix. And, you know, it's just been crazy.
You know, given the upcoming elections, anything that happens is going to be turned into something political.
Right.
You know, it's always going to be used as a talking point, a base for someone to prove their point on how America should move forward, you know. So unfortunately, in this case, instead of just, you know, praying for the families and seeing how America can help, you know, they've tainted what's already been tainted.
Right, most definitely. Man, it's crazy, man. I definitely think, man, some of the Democrats got to step their game up, man, because y'all know, like I always say, man, I'm no supporter of 4-5, man. This dude is funny, man. Like, especially when that boy go in troll mode. This boy was
leaving Cheeto dust everywhere
he was trolling Beto before he even came to El Paso, man. You know what I'm saying? Told that boy he was gonna spank him again in the election, man. Calling Joe Biden boring, man. Man, this boy's just, you know, saying something else.
It's
man.
like Love and Hip Hop in the White House.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you.
Man,
Love and politics.
yeah, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man. But, you know what I'm saying, people don't want to really call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is domestic terrorism. And, you know, me, I'm always listening to NPR and all of that stuff like that. Man, did you know, man, I heard that since 9/11, more people have been killed by white nationalists than have been killed by Al-Qaeda and ISIS combined. What should I say? More Americans. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, there's this threat of, you know what I'm saying, this Islamic outside fear. And unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, I actually said it today, a lot of mainstream Americans are feeling the fear, the panic, and the anxiety that black people have been feeling for the past 500 years every time that we left our house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now you have people that actually have anxiety about going then every time they leave the house because you don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, of course, you know, me, even though, you know, I always have my angry woke black hat on, you know, I'm still empathetic, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. And, you know, like I said, we definitely do see a lot of people that are really waking up to this threat of domestic terrorism, you know what I'm saying, that is being perpetrated by white nationalists. Didn't mean to get on my soapbox, but you know what I'm saying. Y'all know, you know, if it wasn't for RJ, you know, I'd probably be ready for another 3 hours on this, man.
But before we go, we
Yeah.
forgot to mention something about the concert.
Yeah.
Not to change it too much, but if you missed the concert, you can go online to weareA1.com/TV and watch the entire live stream from the actual event. So get there.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, man, we finna roll into our first commercial break. Then we're gonna be back, man, with our special guest from the evening, man. This brother, man, he got something special, man, that I can tell you your homies ain't on, man. It's your brother iTunes Ride, man. We are A1.com. RJQ, what's up?
Put your money where your community goes. Get into action at weareA1.com.
Thank you all for just inviting me out and giving me the opportunity to speak about Twist. I really appreciate you, and I love that you all are doing positive exposure of people in the community versus whatever else you could be doing. Right. I appreciate you shedding a positive light in the world.
Show. You're tuned in to the all-new Action One Network. Turn up your volume.
You know it's us.
Rolling through the city with my folk, you know how it go. Grind until I blow, shine and glow, rise, smoke, shine. Rolling through the city with my folk, you know how it go. Grind until I blow, shine and glow, rise, smoke, shine. Rolling through the city with my folk, you know how it go. Grind until I blow, shine and glow, rise, smoke, shine. Rolling through the city with my folk, you know how it go. Grind until I blow, shine and glow, rise, smoke, shine.
Sunrise to the paper. Pray for the day, then bake up. No living, one shot, no chaser. Boys on the gas, no time for the break. 16 in the wind. Wave on the wave when it comes to the sauce. So click souffle. Shots for the ones who been down since go. 2 times for the night, 1 time for the age. Follow my journey, it's lit. The cleaners, the beamers, and bricks. My Betty a unicorn. She ghetto, sedity, and thick. Reloaded, I'm back on my.
Hey, yo, we back in this place to be, man. It's your brother iTunes Bra, RJ Action Jackson, J Nicole, and the whole Action Squad holding it down. A1 Live, man. Hey, man, make sure you go to weareA1.com. You become a member. You subscribe. You get in. You get down with this A1 community because we are definitely going places, man. Oh, man, so enough with the paying the bills, man. You know what I'm saying? I got to get to the reason that we really here today. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, every week we try to make sure that we have, you know what I'm saying, the best, the brightest, you know what I'm saying, whether we talking about art, whether we talking about tech, whether we talking about music. And today is nonetheless, man, we got independent entrepreneur, man. When I first saw this brother, man, you know, it was at the Texas Black Pop-Up. That's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Man, shout out to the homie Chris. You know what I'm saying? You know, always holding it down, man. We go back. He another one of those people that when I run for office, I got to take out. And you know what I'm saying? He put together this event, man, and that was a brother, man, that I saw there. And before I even noticed his products, I noticed his energy. You know, for me, Everybody that know me, I'm not big on words. I'm big on energy, and the type of energy that people carry. Kind of like Dave Chappelle said, Rick James and Charlie Murphy, his aura. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen his aura. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like the orange just glowing around him, man.
The orange and the green.
And then
looking like Shona.
Yeah.
He got the glow.
Holding it down. And you know what I'm saying, he was a brother that definitely greeted me with good energy. And you know what I'm saying, as I got to know more about him, he was like, man, you know what I'm saying, I got my own watches. Like, got watches? Like your own watches, you know what I'm saying? Every brother that I've really known up to this point, you know what I'm saying, when they say they got watches,
they got Rolexes or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got some type of watch that they got from somewhere else, and they giving it to
they
you.
Rocking them fossils.
You know what I'm saying? For some type of discount or whatever the case may be. But they don't have their actual own brand. And anybody that knows anything about anything, you know that building your own brand and building your legacy is important. And he's a brother that has stayed in contact with Action One. Like I said, every time we seen him, like I said, it's always good energy.
And I always harass him too.
Yeah, most def. He was one of the vendors that came out for our Action One anniversary concert. You know what I'm saying? One of the first ones to put his hand up. You know what I'm saying? Not even really probably knowing everything that we had manifested for the night. You know what I'm saying? Had agreed to be down with us, man. Just how the universe may have it, man. I wanted to make sure that we linked up. And today is the day. The homie Mario from Incomparable, man. What's up, brother, man? How you doing, man?
I'm not even worthy of such words on the introduction.
Oh, man.
I appreciate the whole squad, man. Happy birthday again.
Yeah,
thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate you, man. So, man, this is your first time up here at Action One, man.
Yes, sir.
Can you just let the people know, man, you know what I'm saying, who you are, where you from, man, and, how did you get into the watch game?
Man, greetings and good vibes are. My name is Mario McCoy, aka Pacino. I'm a CEO and founder of Incomparable. It's a watch and fashion accessories brand. Can be found at incomparable.com. That's NCMPRBL.com. And you ask how I got started?
Yeah.
Man, I had a love for watches ever since I was 10 or 11 years old. My mom, where I'm from, Milwaukee, my mom grew up in a single-parent household. She was a social worker. We wasn't exactly balling like that. So I wasn't able to afford the fossils and the guesses. Jay Nicole talking about. We wasn't able to afford those. And until they came to JCPenney outlet.
Right.
It was three seasons old. You got to keep your eye on them.
They
so
had that sale at Wieners.
Exactly.
What y'all know about Wieners,
Exactly.
though?
I mean, she from the South, so we well versed. We well versed. So, I told her when I was younger, and I'm gonna get older one day. I'm gonna make my own watch line. I'm gonna dedicate a piece to you. She looked at me. She was like, and this is like early '90s. Like this is before like Reasonable Doubt. So this is like okay. That's cute.
Yeah.
So I kept it in the back of my head, and passion met opportunity, and and Compo started early this year, 2019. We launched in March.
Man, that's
right.
a lot, man. That's a lot, man. So you say that you're from Milwaukee, man. How'd you end up down here in H-Town?
Man, I had a job opportunity when I was working in higher education. It was one winner that told, before I even get too deep of that, it was one winner in Milwaukee that told me, you gotta go. You gotta go. It was like 12 inches of snow. Like, I'm a summer baby. I was born in July, so I already hate the winter as it is. But you grow up and you get used to it. Like from September to April, it's gonna be cold. So, but it was one winter. It was like 12 inches of snow, 20 degrees below zero. The wind chill was negative 26.
Wow.
I was like, I can't do it. In my job at the time, my boss was like, if the Packers play on Sunday, we coming to work on Monday.
Oh,
we looked at bro. Right. We looked at bro like, bro, ain't none of us gonna be here.
I'm calling the state. I'm calling workers comp. Everybody.
I mean, the whole city was shut down. Sure enough, the Packers played, and the institution that I was at was open that Monday. I was like, I gotta roll out.
Right.
I gotta roll out. No state tax. It don't snow here. Y'all take that humidity over the snow any day.
Right.
Took that leap of faith, man, and 5 years later, H-Town is home. So
H-Town, where it go down.
coming down, dripping candy on the ground.
Hey.
H-Town time.
Yeah, most definitely. So, you know, like you said, man, you just got the incomparable launched off this time, man. But I know this is your first entrepreneurial, you know what I'm saying, dip into it, man. What are some things that, you know what I'm saying, you kind of been through that led up to, you know what I'm saying, you actually opening this company?
It's a lot of things. Actually, with Incomparable, it was the first real full dip that I took. Like, I've done music since I was probably 18, 19 years old. Incomparable.
I
need some tracks, man. Need some tracks.
You know, I got an album called Chasing History on iTunes. Y'all can look that up. You know, so we aim to it was a gradual thing. Like it went from music, and it went from music to sneakers and apparel. That's on incomparable.com as well. And then we delve into the podcasting, but I always had a full-time job aside from that. And I was always in school, you know, aside from that. But I took that leap of faith, and, you know, I saw passion met opportunity. Like, it's less than 10, you know, registered black-owned watch brands in the country. Period.
Right.
And
how many are there?
it's less than 10 registered.
Less than 10.
You know, you can Google it.
Right,
you know,
right.
so, and I looked at it, I'm like, how can I dwell a passion of mine so it looks authentic, right? Being authentic is important. Like, you don't just want to look like, okay, of course there's money that comes into it, but you don't want to look like, oh, okay, I'm selling stuff that I don't have no business selling. I don't know knowledge of it. I know the game. Right. So dwelling that with the opportunity, we needed something to represent us, our culture. You know, and Incomparable is a feeling and a look. Like, it's not named after me. Like, I'd rather for you to know my product than to know my face. Right. You know, it's just not, but it's something you can put on your wrist and be like, okay, for one set period of your life, that confidence is going to go up. Right. You know, so it's quite affordable price.
Was it difficult? You know, because you say you did your research on it and stuff like that, but doing your research on it and actually doing the steps to open up your company and create your brand and the actual watches themselves, what kind of stumbling blocks did you come across?
Man, you can't skip steps. Word to the late great Nipsey Hussle. You can't skip steps. You know, that's how you end up, you know, not making your mark. What I've come across is getting taken serious by my own people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And what I mean by that is when your friends or when people that know of you see that you do something different, it's like the laws of gravity, right? When you're doing something that's never really been done before, when somebody's not used to it, it's automatically met with resistance. Right. So people to see like, oh, okay, you sell watches. But they should be looked like that, right? Because anytime when you look on your wrist, you don't know 5 people that you can readily get in contact with and be like, oh, okay, he has his own watch company. It's incomparable on the brand itself. So being able, like the product development piece, like that wasn't necessarily difficult. Like, you connect with some folks in China and you send them your designs, and, you know, you make sure that you meet your quality optics, and, you know, make sure you go to a reputable factory and all of that. The same way that you get your stuff in, like, your Macy's, your Dilliard's, I took those same steps. And that wasn't necessarily a difficult part. It was just more so the launching of it and being consistent, and then being taken seriously by your own people. Because without the people, I always tell people, my clients are my bosses. Like, yeah, I'm a CEO, I'm the founder, all that. It sound good, look good on paper. When I pay my taxes every quarter, that's what you got to put, you know. But once you see people like wearing your brand, or they look and be like, oh, that's dope, that's everything. Yeah. But the difficult piece is when you get people that be like, I see you got your little watch line. You got it.
Like it's nothing.
Yeah, like, you know, the dope vibes at A1. Oh, I see you got your own little station. You got your own little podcast. Your own little radio show. No, it's big, bro. Right. You ain't doing that at the crib. You can't
speak on it.
You can't go
speak on it. You talking to my heart right now.
It's so many truths. Like, you know, it's certain types of personalities that come with, you know, hosting radio, comes with hosting a podcast, whether it's, you know, video or visual. You have to be able to connect with people. You got to be able to put people in the right spot. So, you know, when it comparable as a business, like, I knew I wrote out a whole business plan. You know, we had brand ambassadors. I have product development management team, a marketing team that helps out with social media. Like everything's ingrained in e-commerce. So we looked at our particular brand and be like, where do we want to go? Like we don't want to be stationed in too many stores. Shout out to Wonder that's here in Houston, Texas. Ruby, we love you. That's the only store that got the Final Four collection here. That's at Wonder if y'all looking for them online.
Shout them out.
But with the whole business plan, taking those steps, I could have talked about being able to be cognizant of keeping your team small.
What's up?
And within that small team, making sure that you maximize everybody's skills and strengths, and making sure that you have healthy conflict. Cause I'm a dude, I overthink. So I go to my boy, like shout out my boy Zave. Like he didn't even have to. It's a handshake thing with Zave, and he's in Madison, and like he's the godfather to my son, and I'm the godfather of his daughter. Like it's deeper than the comparable. So it was just like, I got this idea for watches. He's like, word. He's like, bro, you've been wearing watches ever since you was in middle school. Like this ain't nothing new. Like every single picture, every single album cover, just like I got tired of paying like the guesses, I got tired of paying my muses. I need to look at my muses and be like, okay, I can do what you do for my people and expand it. Because with black culture, we're the most emulated culture, period. In the U.S. So if we get us, we gonna get everybody else. It's like the branches. Didn't know white folks wear bandanas till they saw Juice and Poetic Justice.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. We expand that to fashion and accessories. We built up that way.
Right, most definitely, man.
I know that was long-winded. My bad.
Yeah, no.
It's necessary, though. It's necessary. Just like we making our way in this hair game,
Got to.
Shout out to She's Happy Hair and all the other black-owned hair companies that are doing major things.
Before you even go, I follow Warren B, Gary V, Tristan Walker from Bevel, Shark Tank, FUBU.
Yeah.
Damon John.
Yeah.
Damon John.
Yeah.
But Warren B is showing people in Houston, like with this expansion to Atlanta, the 90-day video joint that he had, like all of that is major, and it's a shame that like us as people, like we have to take that that stigma of black business owners. They will look for something and be like, oh well, I got this messed up hair product, so everything else is bad. Like with manufacturing, we don't have control over that.
Right.
We could just offer you the dope services, that, but he's one of my muses when it comes to the
Shout out Warren B.
Man, most definitely, man.
I don't want to forget nobody. It's Tally and Twine. It's a lot of people.
There's so many people.
But it's
so many people making waves, and the thing about a lot of times in our culture, instead of giving these people their flowers, we, like you said, we always want to criticize and say how they're not doing what they should be doing. He's doing all these great things, but he's not giving back enough to the community and stuff like that. Instead of doing that, we need to give these flowers and learn from them and follow the steps that they took, so you can be great.
Let me build with you on a great point you just made with giving back to the community. What's crazy about giving back to the community, and I'm all for it. Like, I'm a member of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I'm very well versed in March of Dimes and everything like that. So this is coming from a critique meets experience perspective. When you launch a product or when you work as an independent, no matter what you do, the first people that sleeps on you is your community.
It's true.
The first people, but then once you make it, you hit a particular number or you hit a particular notoriety factor. If like y'all having the dope 1 year anniversary, it's like, I knew bro since forever. Like, I knew Jada Cole since. Yeah, they're my people. Like, bro, you can easily, you ain't with me shooting in the gym.
Right.
Where you been
So
at?
it's just as much as we're accountable for serving the community, making sure that we have our face in the community has to be able to trust us with our product.
Yeah.
We have to build that too. So it's a two-way street.
Yeah, nah, man, that's all true, man. And I often say that too, man. And I think that that's always the fine line that I walk. You know what I'm saying, from a person that's so strong. You know what I'm saying, and so down for my people. But then also realizing that, we got to clean our own closet, before, anybody else can do, anything for us.
So
man.
many truths.
And as I'm sitting here, listen to you talk, a lot of the things that, as I was doing my research kind of makes sense because, I knew about the watches or whatever. Right. But, the first thing I saw when I went to your website was that you got shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't know what's up, but then, you got something else else, and
Right.
then I did some a little further research, and I saw the podcast, and I saw the inspirational messages, you know what I'm saying, and things like that I see that you know what I'm saying, put out to people. What is it about, you know what I'm saying, media, you know what I'm saying, that kind of draws you, you know what I'm saying, into it, man?
You know, people will always forget your name, how you look, but they never forget how you make them feel. That's right. So and that comes with media. That comes with being able to. That's why podcasting, you know, and shows like this is so dope, because you able to take a gem from it and apply it to your life. Exactly. And that's something that has always been, you know, big with me. Like, aside from the entrepreneur aspect, you know, growing up in the hood and all that, like I'm working on my 4th degree. Like, I'm getting my doctorate next month. Man. So being able, I mean, you know,
go black man.
It's a lot of student loan debt, but you know, your biggest investment is in yourself. So, but
they get it when they get it, man.
Exactly.
That's what I say to mine.
Exactly. You know, you tell them what you do when they catch up later.
Yeah,
right.
You know, but being able to. I'm not able to walk in the room and inspire other individuals with my story unless I don't have these particular letters in my name. If I'm going to be in education, right? Because I've worked in higher education, and you know they look at you funny and be like, okay, you can't even speak in this room. You ain't got that
paper.
Yeah, and it's just like you can't go in the hood, dress a certain way, and expect not to get targeted.
Right.
It's like
you ain't got no street cred.
Exactly. Because you know your enemies is gonna come for somebody that look like them, but they gonna jack somebody that don't look like them.
Come on now.
So you know, being able to use media as an aspect of I'm a real big stickler for what's called authentic intelligence. Being able to balance, you know, what you learn from being book smart, whether you're real read from like your Van Goghs and your Bobby Hundreds and all of that, to actual street cred, to actual life experience. You know, and Compro is built off of 4 pillars. You know, focus, advance, value, and experience. So being able to use those things and incorporate it into the brand. I'm glad you brought up the shoes, because the shoes is actually what I did about 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. And with the sneakers, it was a collaboration with AliveShoes.com, and you know they made a Shoe Valley Italy. You get your limited edition joints, and I was
custom.
Like, custom. Man. So, but people here weren't ready for that years prior. Like I had like frat brothers and just people that I knew was like, shoes. These shoes cost $100 and something. But I can go get it, you know, a pair of Jordans, and they cost $200, $220. But you don't know that them Jordans has been made for 10,000 different areas in the United States, Europe, blah blah blah.
They're not really limited.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
so why should I pay $160? Like, first, I didn't have control over the price back then, but that gave me an educated aspect. Like, let me make a product where I control the price point, where I can make something to target a specific demographic, us. Target a specific economic, you know, scarcity type of thing, kind of like how Nipsey did with Crenshaw.
Okay,
Crenshaw. When I think he made, was it a 1,000 mixtapes for like $100,
gotcha.
Because he knew that was dope product. Right. I know with a comparable, we have dope product. Like, we don't make any more than 50 to 100 watts per design.
Right.
So you know, you're not gonna have something on your wrist that, you know,
everybody has.
Exactly.
You know
right.
So don't come at me and be like, how come this costs $125?
Right.
Right.
Well, no, and like you said, I think that's real valuable, you know what I'm saying, for us, not only doing business with each other, but then also, like you said, just thinking about like, what do we spend our money on, period, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the first thing that I saw, was $100, but then I was like, man, no brothers that spend way more than
so
that.
Many truths.
You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
same type of quality.
Right. And like you said,
all of that.
And everybody got it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even really just, you know what I'm saying, stunting. Like,
exactly.
you stunting.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You look like everybody else out here.
Right. It's like you going to school and you got a crush on a boy, but you want to wear, you know, the same type of sneakers or like the same type of shirt that you saw, like the baby fat joints that was big, and you know, Platinum Fubu and all that was big. You know,
the
back
Fat
then.
Albert on
The Fat Albert on
it.
Because you know Derek from Fifth Period gonna notice it, but every single chick that know that Derek like that gonna have that same shirt on.
Yeah.
It's like
you're not standing out, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
You paid all that money to be like everybody else.
Exactly.
Hey, man, and you know, another reason, bro, I gotta give you your props is just for tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? brother didn't know, you know what I'm saying, anything that we kind of had planned. And, you know, I asked him at the last minute if he, you know what I'm saying, had anything he wanted to show to the people. Brother came with
Stay ready.
You know what I'm saying? Stay ready.
You gotta
Yeah.
do it, man.
Stay ready. You know what I'm saying?
Stay ready. You gotta get
these
ready.
wonderful products that we have for you here display, you know what I'm saying? They're on the website, huh?
Everything's on Entrepreneur.com.
This the line you got out?
Man,
you know what I'm saying,
that's
right
what I call the watch box right there. That
The watch
that,
box?
that,
Hashtag
that,
watch box?
That watch box is with me at every particular event. Jackers don't try no funny mess.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to, you know, these 6 pieces, we got CEO, we got Pinnacle, we got Spinks, we got Elite, we got Essential, we got Power. Every single watch has the name has something to do with my life experience in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, so yeah. All of that.
I'm gonna ask about it.
We make all of that work. I mean, you know, with everything is inspired, you know, by something either I've gone through or something that someone close to me is going through. So all that's on Incomparable.com.
Yeah, man. I went to go check out the website, man, and like I said, some of them must look tough on that, man.
I appreciate it,
man. I definitely gotta, you know, I make the promise on air, man. I'm gonna copy me a watch.
That'll
man,
work,
you know
man.
Y'all
That'll
know,
work.
man. I'm gonna copy one myself, man.
Spell the website for him one more time.
That's NCMPRBL.com. Just think the word incomparable, take out the vowels. That's what you got. Right. NCMPRBL.com. Y'all subscribe, get 10% off your first purchase, all the good stuff too. So vibe with us.
Yeah.
Most def, man. So, man, what is because I know you're a brother that have done your research, man. You know, with everything moving to so-called digital and everything else like that, what's the long-term outlook still like for, you know what I'm saying, watches and products, you know what I'm saying, like yourself? Just because, I mean, I do have a digital watch, but I will say, you know what I'm saying, my quote-unquote, now my kids call it the old school watch, you know what I'm saying, those are still
the grandpa watch.
Right, those are still, you know what I'm saying, my favorite to wear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, I see that they're still more durable to me, you know what I'm saying, over time, because, you know,
I was about to play you.
hard
I'm
on
not gonna
stuff,
do it
man.
though.
What was you gonna do?
Why you want the digital watch out too?
Huh?
Why you
No. What I'm saying is I have a digital watch.
had a hard time?
He
had a hard time.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, I'm hard and I'm rough on things, man. Cause y'all know, you know what I'm saying. Y'all know I live a rough life, man.
Yeah, he does that.
And you know, and the other thing, man, it's just kind of weird, man. I think I'd be like, you know, this is something different. We can talk another show another day. I think I'd be like going through like different like time vortexes and stuff. Like my watches and stuff like always end up like off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my battery's good. I think it has something to do with me traveling. But that's another subject for another day, man. But I want to ask you, man, like, what's the long term, you know what I'm saying, outlook still look like, you know what I'm saying, for the market?
When Incomparable, we aiming to chase history. You know, we aiming to chase history. With Incomparable, it's more so the product, but now we're in an age where you're selling a brand. You know, like you know, with one of our other muses movement, you know, it's 2 white gentlemen that dropped out of college, you know, that start their own watch line. And what's so dope about them, like they recently got bought out by, well, they didn't get bought out, but Movado actually bought Movement, but they still held their particular positions in Movement. Kind of like the company that bought out Bevel and Tristan Walker's was his position. But being able to be cognizant that you're not just selling a product, you're selling a brand. But you have to know what you're targeting, what you're selling, and how it's going to bring value, you know, to your consumer. Like I like to build relationships with people that, you know, cop something from me, because it means it's more than just money. It's like you really are walking around with Incomparable on and be like, damn, for real? Like that's dope. So being able to be, you know, cognizant, you know, of the bigger picture, obviously of chasing history, no breaks, but using the brand as a vertical integration component to make that work. That's why we went from shoes to shirts to your apparel to podcasts to advance your risk.
Man, These mugs.
Advance your risk game, man.
Damn.
Hey, J. Nicole, you think Action Jack's gonna let me put one of these on the A1 credit card? Man?
I don't know about the A1 credit cards, but
She looked at
might.
y'all like, ooh.
But I know I'm gonna get one for my daddy though.
Trill.
Oh yeah. Most
For his
definitely.
birthday.
Trill. Get one for Pops.
Yeah.
These
My
mugs
daddy
is
like
tough.
watches, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
gonna love
oh, yeah.
those.
Oh, yeah,
I'm thinking
oh, yeah.
about that black one right over there.
Power right here.
But he
That's
like
power.
that flashy stuff though. He like the gold and all that too. So I was looking at the CEO on the website. That looked like something he would want to rock
most
too.
definitely,
Let me know,
man.
let
We
me
finna
know.
roll into another break, man, and then we gonna be back, man, with the homie Mario with the wrap up, man. A1.com, man.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy. All right, JQ, what's up? Go on and subscribe.
Like celebrity. Y'all real fan.
It's just the shades, man.
So I think like 2000.
So I challenge you today to start strong.
Get in the action.
Cause I'm calling for you.
Give me action.
Can you feel that? See, I'm calling for you. Can you feel that? See, I'm calling for you. Can you feel that? See, I'm calling for you. Say how you really feel.
Check me out though. If you came here feeling down, well, I'm finna pick you back up. Put a smile on your face. I came to the party, baby. I feel music through my speakers. Super music made me do it till my feet hurt. All night, I'm flying like a free bird. Going stupid, stupid till I lose it. Cause I came to the party, I was looking good. Had my nails done, hair did, heels on too. But the music had me moving, I felt so good. If somebody tried to stop me, I wish you would, yeah. Come on and party, so come on and party, come on and party, come on and party. Come on and let go, it's a no judgment zone. Let the good vibes take you to the floor. I came to the party. I came to the party, I was looking good. I came to the party. I came to the party, I was looking good, yeah. I only wanna feel positive energy, so don't kill my vibe with negativity, yeah. I wanna dance, I wanna sweat hard, sweat on my edges, sweat on my edges. Cause I came to the party, I was looking good. Had my nails done, hair did, heels on too. But the music had me moving, I felt so good. If somebody tried to stop me, I wish you would, yeah. Come on and party, so come on and party, come on and party, come on and party. Come on and let go, it's a no judgment zone. Let the good vibes take you to the floor. I came to the party. I came to the party, I was looking good. I came to the party. I came to the party, I was looking good. Step one, I just came to have fun. Why would we turn down? Wanna let my hair down. Step number two, kick off your shoes, throw away your blues. This is how we do at the party, yeah. And I only wanna feel positive energy, so don't kill my vibe with negativity, yeah. I wanna dance, I wanna sweat hard, sweat on my edges, sweat on my edges. I came to the party. I came to the party, I was looking good. I came to the party. I came to the party, I was looking good. I came to the party. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Information.
What's next for Incomparable, bro?
Man, steady building, steady chasing. Like I said, man, chasing history, no breaks. We're gonna be at the Black Market in Houston this coming Saturday from 3 to 7. The pop up market is definitely a place where I'm able to touch the people. You it's only so much you can see behind a computer.
Right,
It's like you can see a couple pictures and pull that up there, but when you able to merge those relationships, that makes people want to build with you even more. So, that's it.
Man, most def, man. When the next line dropping, man. Or these, you know what I'm saying? Just recent.
That's a good question. A lot of the joints say I'm a hip hop and I'm a sneakerhead.
Right.
So we put Incomparable to where we release a watch pretty much every 45 to 60 days, kind of reminiscent of how Jordans come out, and being able to be cognizant of what's coming out, that's dope. But to let y'all know, we got Pinnacle, the silver and rose gold. Yep, that one to be up next, and Burbox, that's actually named after a corner store I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's gonna be the ending.
That one's tough, man.
I appreciate it.
Man, they say you're making it hard, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Like I said, I might have to get more than one.
I appreciate it, man.
I like that, man. And I definitely don't want to overlook the fact that these aren't only men's watches, right?
We got men's, we got women's,
man.
we got women's.
I want to make sure
we got unisex. We got all of that.
I make sure I put it out there, man. And it got something for the ladies, man. Because I know you've done your research, man. The ladies support you a lot more than, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's
we will,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
We get the analytics every month. It's 60% women, 40% us. So fellas, for all of us that love timepieces, step your risk game up, advance your risk. Come on, Incomparable.com. But we definitely got women's faded. The butterscotch joint is doing magnificent on the website, and I can't thank my people enough. My Incomparable Life, what I call all supporters of Incomparable. It's Comparable Life. Y'all hella dope. Y'all check that out. Right in Rose Gold. Check it out right on Incomparable.com.
Man, most definitely, man. Well, man, we appreciate you for coming through, man.
I appreciate the opportunity, man.
So, man, I just want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, one last question before, you know what I'm saying, we do the wrap up and get out of here, man. What's one thing that you know now, being an entrepreneur, that you wish you knew when you first started? Or what is a piece of advice that you would give somebody that's thinking about going the entrepreneurial route and, you know what I'm saying, building a brand themselves?
One thing that I know now that I wish I would have knew: play the long game, be patient. Be patient. One thing that I would tell anybody that's looking to, build their brand, that's watching this, that's getting inspired, our cultural model is create over conform. No matter what you're doing, no matter if you're working a 9 to 5 and you want your 9 to 5 to be a 6 to 10, or if you take that leap of faith and you have an idea, you cultivate that idea and make it work for you. Be authentic in that. Never compromise your vision for anybody. Then always hold on to that creative lens. Do not let that go.
Church.
Message.
Church. Man, give the people the website again, all your social media handles, how they can follow you, how they can purchase, and how they can get down with this Incomparable movement.
Man, the website is Incomparable.com. That's NCMPRBL.com. Right on the card. You can follow us, like us, love on us, all of that. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Be Incomparable. That's BENCMPRBL. Same thing for YouTube at Be Incomparable.
Most def, man. You got anybody you want to shout out, man? Any things, man? I you know what I'm saying?
My whole brand ambassador team. Anybody that's ever looked at Incomparable.com, anybody that's ever went on Incomparable.com, anybody that's planning to purchase, anybody that has purchased, anybody that shared, put a like up, love the status, because all of that is motivation. You don't necessarily have to spend money directly to support
Tell somebody.
your people.
Man,
Like,
come on,
and the same thing go with Action One, man. You
Come
know,
on,
you
man.
that's when you can hold your people accountable. Like,
Right.
all right, you don't get paid till next Friday, but I put this status up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and according to these social media algorithms, that these is the most time the people that's online. Share that. That's free.
Right.
You know,
That's it.
so
That's all it takes.
anybody that's ever, planning to support, going to support, have supported, are supporting right now, my indebted gratitude. I appreciate it. The whole brand appreciate it, because it's bigger than me. It's whole squad. And I appreciate Action One, man, because y'all didn't have to give me the interview, so I appreciate that, man.
Nah, man. Like I said, this is only number one, man.
True.
Yeah.
Anytime y'all need me, I'm back.
We're going to make sure that we, you know what I'm saying, we stay in contact, man. You know what I'm saying, that you have different entrepreneurial things that you get into, man. You know, just know, man, you always got a home here, bro.
Let me tell you why I hate Miss J. Nicole, though.
Yeah. I'm here for this.
Let me tell you why. Because when we first connected, right, you know, I have my pop-ups, you know, when I do my pop-up market. We did the interview, and she just, because it got the N on the logo, and it's for Nicole.
That's what it's for. I mean,
Nicole.
can't nobody tell me nothing.
I can't stand her. Y'all, from that moment on, y'all,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, I know he won't be my best friend.
Yeah. I'm here for the J. Nicole slander.
You said, I'm here, present, hand raised. I will participate when needed.
I'll take it.
man.
I'll take all motivation is good motivation to me. Okay.
Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man. I don't promote slander. I just encourage you. Man, but yeah, man, we appreciate you for coming through, bro. Like I said, man, you got a home here with the squad, bro.
I appreciate
For
it, man.
sure.
And we just want to keep seeing you grow, man.
Definitely.
You're a brother,
Definitely.
multiple talents. You know,
Educated.
I do.
Hey, man, the community needs to, you know what I'm saying, see that, man. You know what I'm saying? People out here, you know what I'm saying, that's able to, you know what I'm saying, use their mind to push into these different avenues. And like you said, man, get out of just the mind of being a consumer and being a producer, man. And I think that you are living proof that, like, no matter like how far fetched we think, you know what I'm saying, something may be for us to get into it, like. And the brother got his own watches, man. There's only 10 black companies.
And they're dope.
I appreciate it. I
Here in
appreciate
America, man. And you know what I'm saying? We're lucky, man, to have you down here with us, man. So like I said, bro, you're valued, man. And like I said, man, you ever need anything, bro,
Definitely.
you holler at your boy, man.
And vice versa, man. I appreciate the love from both of y'all, from Action Jackson, RJ doing this thing in the back. You got to make sure you give everybody in the room love. 06 to the world blow up, you know, and that's really it, man.
Most definitely, man. J. Nicole, what they got to do on that website?
Man, you got to use your little twiddle fingers and go to weareA1.com. You can find everything that you need there. We are a one-stop shop for all things media. If you missed, I'm going to repeat this. If you missed the Action One Media anniversary concert, you can go online to weareA1.com/TV and watch the entire live stream. And other companies out there, if you're having an event and you want Action One to come on scene and live stream your event, we can do that as well. We can video your event. We can do anything that you need regarding media. So hit us up, weareA1.com. Everybody listening, become a member, become a part of the network. You know, you get a lot of cool perks and you support a company that is in the community working hard every day. Okay. Sponsors, if you want to sponsor Action One itself, any of our shows or anything, any of the things that we have going on, you can go to weareA1.com/sponsorship, and make sure you guys check out the weareA1.com/events page to find out all the cool things that we have going on in the future.
Most definitely, man. Shout out to the homie Jay Norm, you know what I'm saying? Action Squad always in the building, man. Hey, man, another week up, another week down. Remember, action, agility, life, and community. The new age of media. Action One, we here. J. Nicole, how we leave them every week?
Getting action, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book.
to remind you that I'm okay. I'm okay. I was lied to, but I tried to provide you with the things that only God can give. Only God can give. Plus I tried to revive you, but baby, how I'm supposed to breathe with no air? You know that ain't fair. That's why I had to learn to love myself. Baby girl, you should know it's okay to take your time. And baby boy, take it slow. You don't have to live a lie. You'll never find true love in someone. You'll never find true love until you truly learn to love yourself. Until you truly learn to love yourself. You'll never find true love in someone else until you truly learn to love yourself. Believe the signs when they show you, 'cause love will get heavy. If someone's not ready, your hearts will be broken, your faith will be tested. So keep on investing in you. And pain's not love, it requires much more than the eye can see. What I truly mean is that you've gotta love yourself before you love someone else. There's so much value in who you are. Baby girl, you should know it's okay to take your time. And baby boy, you gotta take it slow. You don't have to live a lie. You don't have to live a lie. You'll never find true love in someone else. You'll never until you truly learn to love yourself. Until you truly learn to you'll never find true love in someone else. Until you truly learn to love yourself. If I didn't love me then, I'm about to love me now. It took some time to get here, I'll never turn around. I had to shed some tears to appreciate the smiles. And pressure makes diamonds, you know I'm about to say. Baby girl, you should know it's okay to take your time. Baby girl, just take your time. Take it baby boy, just take you your time. You don't have to live a lie. No, 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 no. Until you truly learn to love yourself. Until you truly learn to love yourself. Love yourself. Baby girl, you gotta love yourself. It's okay to take your time. So much value in you. Take it slow. Take you don't have to live a lie. Never find true love. You gotta love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Until you truly learn to love yourself, love yourself. Gotta love yourself.
Peace, brother Entrepreneur Mario. You tuned in to Action One Network.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Back in this thing again, A1 Live. We appreciate everybody that's checking us out via Facebook Live. Everybody checking us out on weareA1.com. Make sure that you go on Google Play and get the app. You know what I'm saying? The app is out now. You know what I'm saying? Apple coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Tell them quit making us jump through them loops because we coming, man. You know what I'm saying?